Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today I wanted to make a PSA video on the new seasonal reward boxes that you got as of today's patch. And I wanted to say that you don't have to make a new character to claim the rewards, assuming you had a character already on seasons from last time. And if you never graduated, all you have to do is hit your Y tab. They should be in here. And here are the rewards. We'll open it together just so you can see what it's all about. But if you don't have a character, unfortunately, you're going to have to get a new season pass and ticket, whatever. I don't think you have to buy the extra awards. Like, I never bought the second line, but you just have to have a seasonal character and get it to 60. And if you didn't graduate, like, you should still just have one from last time. And mine's at level 60. So, yeah, that's one of those things I kind of wish they would have given everyone a season ticket or whatever they're called, so everyone can get it. But here are the rewards for everyone else. You get one cool win fishing rod. It's the pay to win fishing rod with half durability. It functions the same. If you're going to use it, what I'd recommend for everyone else is if you can brand it, that's very nice. And in yesterday's video that I made, I talked about the way to get the most out of your fishing rods. So we talked about that in terms of pets. What you want to do is basically stack as much durability, reduction, resistance. And when you're fishing, make sure to use that on there because it does actually help with that. And if you are spending money, my fishing character is this one. So basically anything you can do to like minimize the durability reductions, the pay to win, otter, chair, whatever, and everything else. But yeah, it's actually pretty helpful and it's nice to have. So hopefully everyone can experience this one as well. I don't think, once again, you have to pay for the right side of the season pass. You just have to get to 60 and all this is unlocked. The next thing you get is a double or a pen boss gear. And for all of you on the NA server, unfortunately, I can only help you guys. But if you're on EU and everything, you're going to have to do a little bit of research. But these cannot be sold, which is completely fine. But I wanted to talk about which one you should get real quickly. And we're just going to go look over the market prices real quick. And the one you should get is the one that's the most expensive. That way it's one piece out of the way and you don't have to look at it. So let's see. Of the two, I would always choose Griffin because the all resistance plus 5% is worth more than 100 HP. Is it really noticeable? Not really, but if you're like, you know, min-maxing and you still do PvP at like mid-level, I guess, not getting CC'd is a lot more valuable than the 100 extra HP. So Griffin is, in my opinion, more valuable. It's sitting at 14 billion. Let's see how much Gaiath is. Gaiath is at 12, so yeah, you should be getting Griffin anyway. Next we have Red Nose and Dimtree. You should always go for Red Nose, like across the board. Don't even think about Dimtree anymore, just because your goal is to get it to Capris 9 and turn it into Fallen God eventually, right? So this Red Nose costs less in terms of Capris stones. So 13 bill. Yeah, I'd probably still get the one that's the most expensive. When it comes to gloves and boots, we'll talk about that in a second, but essentially Beggs is accuracy and Libras is evasion. Evasion is good at endgame. DER is good for the rest of us 99% players. So with that said, it's probably going to be better, especially if you're not at the endgame, to probably choose the Beggs gloves. This one is, it may not be, or there may not be any on the market right now, but that's also because the price is at an all-time low and people aren't making it. So if that's the last piece you need, get it. But I would probably not recommend going for the gloves. Those are the lowest prices. Shoes, I would probably hold off on these simply because if you're going for Ator shoes, you already need to be geared to buy the flame, or, well, not buy the flame, but grind out the flame. You can buy it yourself. But yeah, getting the flame to upgrade into Ator shoes is probably going to be the hardest one for most people, unless you're in the 300-ish AP area. So it's kind of expensive. But with that said, Uragons, 12 bill. Muskin 14, 13. Yeah, so at least on NA, what you guys should be doing is probably getting the Griffin helmet just because it's the one that's the worth the most at the moment. They're kind of all the same in a way, but like this one, you know, just you save 1 billion silver. So yeah, that's what I would do. But ultimately, at the end of the day, get the piece that you need and ignore Dimtree, ignore Lieber, and ignore Muskin. If you are an evasion class, you can swap to that at endgame once you already have the Fallen God armors. You can swap between blue and green, green and blue, and there's an NPC for it. It's a very small fee, actually. But if you're at that stage in the game, you can always swap to it, so it's not a big deal. But if you're going to actually unironically be using it, go Begs, Urgons, Dimtree, or Griffin. One of those 4 choices. All right, next we have this Radiant Start Box. So basically, these are what you would get when you graduate a season, right? Gives you all of the following: a Tet gear, Kaposha, and a Pocket Watch, which basically gives you a level 61 character for free. The downside is you don't have any skill points with it. You're just like a level 61 character with no skill points. So you still have to play a little bit. But with that said, if you have... wait, hold on. I think... Oh, wait, never mind. The Secret Book of Misty Breeze, I take that back. Those give you everything. So let's open it. Let's show you what it's all about. Conditions have not been met. Oh, non-seasonals. Okay, let's go to another character. Put these away, and let's open these on an enhancing character. We're gonna do what we call a gear roulette. I don't need this gear, so we're just gonna have fun with it. We're gonna just slam it, and then if any of them go pen, that's funny. If not, it's not a big deal. It'll go into a boss alt or something. All right, let's do this. Okay, so fishing rod. If you can, brand it with one of these, and if not, like, it's not a big deal. It's just nice to have. And then your pen box, make sure to be careful with whatever you open it with, but we talked about what I would do with it. Okay, let's open one of these just to show you. Kaposha gear, always nice. What gear? Okay, let's just open it on here. And then this, the Secret Book of Misty Breeze gives you a bunch of skill XP, so keep that. I like to hold these. Don't I have another one somewhere, actually, that I'd never used? Yeah, let me put these away, because in case I ever want to roll a character, which I actually thought of, to practice on my seasonal, or not seasonal, the hardcore character, I thought of making a warrior and a Musa, actually. But, well, I know Moose is not a thing, but right now. But in case I want to just have a level 61, I can do that. Anyway, oh my god, my inventory is... Where do I put these things? Okay, let's gear roulette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would not recommend most people do this, by the way, just because it's not great. It's not the best idea. Okay, so ideally we want to hit an armor pen and not really a weapon. Just across the board. Let's see, what kind of stacks do we have? Okay, so yeah, I really hope the weapons don't go, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of stressful, actually. What in the world? If a Kudum goes to pen, that's fine, because you actually unironically do use that on a lot of characters. Man, it's been a while since I enhanced normal boss gear. Okay, then. Free pen. Well, not really free, but, like, I'm glad it didn't go on an awakening or a main hand. That's fine. We got more stacks to light stuff on fire with. Okay, let's start on 160 is probably fine. What else do I use these stacks on, dude? I have no idea. All right, so we talked about the Griffin being the most valuable one. I think I would like to have shoes go because I could turn that into Attors eventually, and you know those are worth the most. The ones you don't really want are Dimtree and Bags to go. So let's go with those first. All right, so which one of the two do I want to go? I mean, they could both just straight up fail, and that's a good possibility. But I think I would rather have shoes go if it were to go. And if I could just build a stack, that's even better. Easy. Okay, that one was just like, no, you're not getting it. We made a almost 200 stack. What do I use this on? Let's see. What would I use a 200 stack on? Octanav, you use like... I've been using a mid 280s to try to get it to Nav. Hex Sovereign, I think you use like a 230, 240. And then Sep, or Hex to Sep, I think I use like a 300, but I think you can get away with like 270-ish. So... yeah. Well... That's interesting. I should probably hold on to these Tets just for like another, unironically, just another character that I want to use it on. So I'm going to hold on to these boxes, but you guys saw what we got and got some new stuff, boys. All right. With that said, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you guys come back. I have a lot of upcoming videos to talk about and updating guides and everything. So if my video helped you in the future or you found something you wanted to know, you can always drop it in the comments or join the Discord, and I will see you guys later. Peace.